Okay everyone, so this video on line equations and this new formula being introduced, I'm sure you're aware of the mx plus c one, where m is the gradient and plus c is your y-intercept, okay? But that's kind of old school, that formula now, and a little bit tricky to make sometimes. It's useful in some sense, you know what the y-intercept is straight away, but really we want to start steering you more towards the y take y1 is m x take x1, okay? Where you have 2 points, A, which is x1, y1. So if you watch the previous video, you'll know all about this because we talked about where the gradient comes from. x2 and y2 for your point B, alright? So I just want to make it clear what's going on here. Actually, let's just use it first, and then we'll make it clear what's going on. So m is the gradient. We know from the last video that this is the same as change in y over change in x. Yeah. So this is if this is y2 and this is y1. So y2 is 2 take 1 and over x. So minus 1 minus and now 3. So we get 2 take 1, which is 3. Over minus 4. So minus 3 over 4 is your gradient, okay? And now you're literally just filling in the gaps to the formula here. So x1 and y1, this is your y1 and this is your x1. So you're literally going y take y1, which was minus 1 equals gradient x take x1. The reason why this formula is nice is because you don't now have to find this c value. Like, you've got all the values here. There's no algebra to be done, okay? So simplify that up. Y equals plus 1 minus 3 by 4, x take 3. Now, when you're starting with confidence booklet, it wants it in the form of ax plus by plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are integers. Integers means whole numbers, okay? So we need to make this thing equal 0, and every coefficient, so number next to x and y, need to be numbers. And c needs to be a number as well. Now, lots of people make this mistake of multiplying this out first, and then you just get loads of fractions everywhere. It's horrible. My advice is always to multiply by the denominator of your gradient, and then it's already sorted. It's already in integer form, do you see? So if I multiply the left by 4, so that's 4y plus 4 equals this 4, right, cancels, doesn't it? So minus 3 over 4 times by 4 is just minus 3. And then you're left with your x take 3 in brackets. So if you multiply out the brackets now, so minus 3x, and don't forget minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. Then look, it's already in integer form. So you just need to put all of the x stuff on the left. So 3x, if you add 3x to both sides, the 4y stays. Move the 9 over, so subtract 9 from both sides. 4 subtract 9 is minus 5, and it does equal 0, okay? So biggest bit of advice, times by that fraction on the bottom. We'll do it again, and then we can talk about why it works if you're interested, okay? So y take y1 is m x take x1. It's always the same. We need to find the gradient first. So that's y2 take y1 over x2 take x1. So if I've got these 2 points, if this is y2 and this is y1, that gives us a start. So minus 1 subtract 3, x2 x1, so 4 subtract minus 4. So minus 1 minus minus 3 is 2. 4 subtract 4 is 8. So this gives me a quarter. 2 over 8 is a quarter. And therefore, I can go straight to my line equation formula. So y subtract y1. Remember, this is y1. Minus 3 is m, which was a quarter. X subtract x1, which is minus 4. Okay? So, clean that up. Y plus 3 equals a quarter, x plus 4. And just like before, we want to put it in ax plus by plus c equals 0 format. Alright, so we need to times everything we need to make them integers, a, b, and c. So if we times everything by the denominator first, don't multiply out, okay? Times everything by 4 first. So we get 4y plus 12 is 1, lots of x plus 4. See how easy that is? And now we can just move all the x's over, so subtract x from both sides, so minus x plus 4y, and subtract the 4 over, and that gives you plus 8 equals 0. See, it doesn't have to be, x doesn't always have to be positive all the time. Do you see? Okay, and we'll really quickly zoom through this last one then, but really quickly. So m is changing y over changing x, so 6 subtract 11 over minus 6 subtract 10, so that's minus 5 over minus 6 minus 10, so that's minus 16, so that's 5 over 16. Okay, there's my m value. Y minus y1, because that's 11, equals 5 over 16, x take x1, 10. Times it all by 16 because we want it in ax plus by plus c format, so that's 16y, subtract 16 times 11, what's that, 160 plus 16, so 176 equals 5x take 50. So you see I've already, if when you're getting good with your algebra, you can multiply this bracket out by the 5 straight away. Bring all the stuff over, so 16y, I'm going to subtract 16y from both sides, and I need to add 176 to minus 50, so that's going to be minus 126. Sorry, it's going to be plus 126 equals 0. Okay, so that is actually the end of like the how-to video. If you are interested in how it works, that formula, we could kind of quickly go over it, but you will go over it more when you come to college. So here's that straight line. Here was our coordinates b, which was 3 minus 1, and a, which was minus 1 and 2. Okay, so remember that gradient was the change in y over change in x. Remember that delta notation? Okay. Now, that gradient is going to be the same everywhere, isn't it? It's a straight line, so the gradient's constant. So I could take a general point, x and y, right? A general point, and compare it with anywhere. Do you see? The gradient will always be the same. So if I work out the gradient between this and this, which we did, in that example, the gradient was minus 3 by 4, yeah? So m was minus 3 by 4. Then that means that the gradient between any point on this curve, any point on this line is going to equal minus 3 by 4. So what I'm saying is, if m is the change in y over change in x, well, the y coordinate at p is just y, isn't it? And the y coordinate at a was 2, so y minus 2. Do you see? The x coordinate at p is just x, and the x coordinate at a is minus 1, so minus minus 1. Do you see? And this whole thing equals minus 3 over 4, because the gradient stays the same. So hopefully you can see then you get y minus 2 over x plus 1 is minus 3 by 4, and then when you multiply it up, you get y minus 2 is minus 3 by 4 x plus 1, which is in the form of the original formula that you were given. Do you see? So y and x is just a general point, whereas this bit here, the y1 and the x1, that's a specific point given to you. So you have to have a specific point given to you in order to find the equation of that line. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, and it will make more sense when you come to college.